Hello, everyone. My name is Jesus Mendoza, and today I'll be presenting an analysis of J. Cole's song Clouds through media theory. This is by far one of my favorite songs from J. Cole, and I thought this would be a great song to break down and integrate with some of the media theorists I learned about throughout this semester. J. Cole's song is a lyrical meditation on isolation, self reflection, and the paradoxes of fame. Though it appears as an introspective expression of personal experience, the track is deeply embedded within the cultural, technological, and economic structures that shape modern media. To unpack the layers of meaning within Clouds, I integrated ideas from five critical theorists: Slavoj Zizek, Marshall McLuhan, Guy Debord, Roland Barthes, and Walter Benjamin. These theorists provide frameworks for understanding how ideology, technology, spectacle, myth, and reproduction intersect within media. Slavoj Zizek, in his essay How Did Marx Invent the Symptom?, establishes a connection between Freudian dream analysis and Marx's critique of commodities. He poses that the core of ideology is not found in what is concealed, but in its manifestation through form. This form is symptomatic, serving as the point where unconscious or ideological content becomes apparent. The objective of critique, according to Zizek, is not to reveal hidden meanings, but to comprehend why specific forms are essential for expressing certain content. Marshall McLuhan introduces the idea that the medium is the message, arguing that the impact of a medium is determined not by its content but by its influence on human perception and social interactions. He contends that technological forms enhance our sensory experiences while simultaneously fragmenting or reorganizing society, leading to new ways of interaction and comprehension. For Guy Debord, in his work Society of the Spectacle, claims that contemporary existence is increasingly governed by images that mediate all social connections. The spectacle transcends a mere collection of images. It represents a social relationship among individuals mediated through representations. Consequently, reality is reduced to a series of appearances that obscure direct experiences. As for Roland Barthes, in Mythologies, explores how prevailing ideologies embed themselves within cultural symbols. He describes myths as depoliticized expressions that present constructed meanings as if they were natural or eternal. Barthes emphasized rhetorical strategies such as inoculation and the erasure of history, which enable dominant narratives to assimilate critiques and diminish their impact. And lastly, Walter Benjamin. In the work of Art in the Age of Mechanical Reproduction, he discusses how technologies like photography and film diminish the aura associated with unique artworks. The ability to reproduce art alters its function, transitioning it from a ritualistic context to one of exhibition, thereby making it accessible for mass consumption and political purposes. Together, these theorists point to a critical paradox. Contemporary media critique often occurs within the same systems it critiques. Zizek reminds us that ideology operates through form. McLuhan, that form itself changes society. Debord, that images mediate experience. Barthes, that critique is often absorbed into myth. And Benjamin, that technological reproduction alters the status and power of media. These insights help us interpret not just what a media object says, but how and why it says it the way it does. J. Cole's Clouds functions on multiple dimensions. It explores the disconnection brought about by fame, serves as a self reflective critique of celebrity, and exists as a product within the commercialized landscape of the music industry. Zizek's theoretical framework allows us to interpret the cloud metaphor as more than a mere symbol. It represents a manifestation of the alienation that characterizes celebrity culture. The song's ethereal and fluid form mirrors and perpetuates the very ideology it seeks to critique. Instead of revealing an underlying truth, The structure of the song embodies the paradox of striving for authenticity within a commodified context. McLuhan would argue that the significance of Clouds extends beyond its lyrical onslaught to include its distribution methods through platforms like Spotify, YouTube, and social media, which shape its interpretation. The song is influenced by streaming culture, where music is reduced to a data point within algorithmic personalization. The digital and decentralized medium creates an illusion of geniusness while simultaneously placing the listener within a regulated information framework. Debord's concept of the spectacle is crucial for understanding how Clouds is received. Fans engage with Cole's portrayal of detachment and struggle as part of a broader media spectacle. The song transforms into an aestheticized representation of isolation repackaged for audience consumption. It is not only Cole who appears distant, the audience too is kept at arm's length, interacting with a representation of authentic experience. Barthes, on the other hand, interprets the cloud as a myth, as representing notions of transcendence, detachment, and artistic profundity. However, its mythic influence lies in its capacity to obscure historical realities, such as the economic dynamics of the music industry, the racialized nature of celebrity, and the alienation inherent in capitalist labor. Even Cole's critique becomes assimilated into the very system it seeks to challenge, serving as a barrier to genuine subversion. Benjamin's concept of aura is particularly pertinent in this context. The work Clouds lacks a definitive performance or unique identity. Instead, it manifests in countless digital reproductions, decimated worldwide and fragmented into various formats, including clips, reaction videos, and social media posts. Its aura is not derived from originality, but rather from its capacity for reproduction. Consequently, its value is influenced more by its algorithmic visibility than by its artistic authenticity. Through the lenses of Zizek, McLuhan, Debord, Barthes, and Benjamin, Clouds emerges not just as a song, but as a complex media artifact. It critiques alienation while perpetuating it, embodies authenticity while operating within a spectacle, and uses mythic symbols to obscure material conditions. It is a product of a digital age where medium, message, and ideology are inseparable. The song's cloud is not just a metaphor for being above the world. It is a symptom of how deeply embedded we all are in this ideological weather system of modern media. Analyzing media through this theoretical prism does not just reveal the hidden meanings of a work like Clouds. It reveals how meaning itself is structured, mediated, and commodified. In doing so, it challenges us not only to critique the spectacle, but to question how we participate in it. This right here is my conclusion for my presentation. Here are the references for the readings that I used to be able to create this analysis. And I hope you all enjoyed being able to learn through this process.